Afternoon everybody, this is day one of our Bendigo tour. We've arrived at the Central Deborah gold mine. We've got a tour booked. There's an underground tour we can do and an above ground tour. We've decided on the above ground tour. The underground's a bit dark and cold and we thought we'd stay above ground. We've also got just to the left here, if I can scan around, our talking tram tour, which we're going to do later in the week, and our beautiful looking tram. I'll just get a close up. These beautiful Bendigo trams are a couple hundred years old. And heading inside, we've also got a souvenir shop. We've got some gold miners inside. And we're going to have loads and loads of fun. We're already inside. We've already been shopping. We've already bought t-shirts and food and cups of coffee. So we're already having a good time. We've only been on tour for about 2 hours. Day one of our tour, it's the afternoon. We've hit the tour running. We've arrived, we're going to go on our tram ride, we're going to have a look at our gold mining exploration, we're going to pan for some gold as well, and hopefully we'll make millions. Here's Paul in our Bendigo tram. Where do you want to go in our tram today, Paul?
Bendigo town centre at an altitude of 1,400 metres. Shafts along the new chain, Garden and hospitality to Tram. The Bendigo gold produced over 22 million ounces of gold, and around 80% of this was obtained from plastic carried out from surface to a depth of 1,400 metres. We're approaching the Swan Decline Portal, from which modern-day mining and exploration is being conducted. Keep this location in mind for later in the tour.
Here's Paul reading the newspaper. What's in the newspaper, Paul? Hey, is there news about gold? We struck it rich? Real gold.
You can't have it though because that's mine.
Yeah, that's right. You might never see it again, Daryl.
That's right. You'll have to be a fast runner if you nick my gold.
Can we have a close-up look, Daryl?
Yep.
Here we go. Real gold. What's that worth? About?
6 months if I get caught. Well, they put you in a stretcher that stood on its end like that. Yep. Because otherwise they couldn't fit you in. And they'd bring you up the cage hanging on the end of that rope there and bring you over here to sick bay. So you had your own services here. And, we didn't but you could get a doctor in. The doctors used to go around and tend to casualties. There were lots of people killed underground, about 800 over a period of 103 years. And a lot of those deaths were caused by tunnels falling in on top of you, and in some cases people even drowned underground because these mines were always trying to pump water. And one of the reasons why this mine closed, it kept filling up with water. And these mines got that deep that the pumps weren't good enough to pump the water that far up the shaft, and in the end we had to close as well, and when we did, the entire mine filled with water right back to the surface there. But it's in rock. So what would happen, they'd have to bring all that rock to the surface and then they'd have to break it up to get the gold out of it. Now that took you a long time. In the early days they used to break it up with hammers and then have to pick the little bits of gold out. But we got a machine later on that would do that for you, and I don't know if you can see underneath the word Thompson, but there's 5 big hammers. And those big hammers go up and down and they break that up into sand. And then you've got little bits of gold mixed with the sand and you have to separate the two, and the machine will do that for you.
Good morning, Ozmate travellers. Here we are at this beautiful red brick building, which is our planetarium and science and technology building. We're going inside and we're going to have a look at our whodunit display and lots of science and technology. We're going to push and pull and play with all the equipment. But I just wanted to come out and show you these beautiful red bricks. This building would have been built over 150 years ago. The bricks were probably made here in Bendigo, and it's a gorgeous old building. So we're going to head inside and have some fun in our science museum.
The cells that make up our body. Is your DNA different to everybody else's?
Okay, is it different? Yes, it is.
It is different, unless you have an identical twin. That's what makes it useful to forensic scientists. Like your fingerprint, your DNA is unique to you. Next question. can you see the differences between your DNA and everybody else's under a microscope?
Can you see the differences in your DNA and everybody else's? Yes?
You can see the DNA.
Yes.
But you can't see the differences. To see the differences,
What's going to happen? The curtain's going to lift up. Someone's talking. Here's Linda at the Science and Technology. We're in the Who Done It section, and Linda's trying to match the tyre impression that's on here to the different tyre impressions that are set out here. And Linda's going to figure out which tyre impression matches down here. Aren't you, Linda? And we've also got Paul's trying to figure out the tyre impressions as well. Aren't you, Paul? Trying to solve the crime of the Who Done It. The Who Done It. We've got the shoe impression here on the paper. That's the shoe impression. And we're matching it to the sole of the victim's shoe. And is that the same shoe impression, Rowan? Good man. Looking at me? You reckon that's the same one?
Yep.
All right, we might have solved.
Nico, come on, in here.
What are you doing here?
No, no.
Leave it to me.
Back, get back. Oh, you bit him. Oh, come on, give me a hand.
Oh, what's going to happen here? What colour was the car? What were the people wearing? Who entered the gate last? What names were spoken? Press the button to see the video again.
Nico, come on, in here.
What are you doing here?
No.
Leave it to me.
Back, get back. Oh, you bit him. Oh, come on, give me a hand.
Oh, what's going to happen here? What colour was the car? What were the people wearing? Who entered the gate last? What names were spoken? Press the button to see the video again.
Nico, come on, in here.
What are you doing here?
No.
Leave it to me.
Back, get back. Oh, you bit him. Oh, come on, give me a hand.
Oh, what's going to happen here? Here's Paul at the Science and Technology Museum. You've got a wheel. Can you make it go around? Paul, you're going to make some sound waves, Paul? Here's Linda on our music footprints. Can you hear them? Can you hop? Put your weight on both, that's it. Look at you. Can you go forward? How's that tune going? Could be a lullaby, could be a song, could be whatever you want it to be. Oh, you make beautiful music together, Rowan and Joanne. All you need is some plumbing pipes and a thong. Who'd have thought? Is that good fun, Rowan? We've just pulled out of Bendigo. It's not more than about 4 or 5 minutes on the McIver Highway, and we've found confectionery capers. And I'm thinking if I go inside I'm going to find a lot of confectionery. But you wouldn't believe it. Let's come inside. It's not what you imagine it to be at all. Have a look at all these toys and gadgets. There is confectionery in here, but there's thousands of gadgets. Campbell's been putting this together for 37 years, and it's for school groups and just recently opened to the public. So we're very excited that we can come in today. We can push these buttons and watch gadgets move around. Looking here at the birds. There we go. So we'll be in here for the next hour having a lot of fun. Here we are in the park. Linda's doing her Aboriginal art painting on her boomerang. And Joanne. Magnificent job there, Joanne. And Rowan doing a lovely job there of painting. Now hopefully you like our black plastic attire. That's just to keep our clothes nice and clean. Thank you to Margaret who bought these lovely paint palettes, paint brushes and paints. And Michael's got his very good job. Do you think we should judge one? No, we probably shouldn't judge them. We're just having so much fun putting them all together. So we've all got our names on them. We're all going to put some gloss over them, some varnish, take them home as souvenirs of our Bendigo holiday. Doing a wonderful job there, Rowan. Alright, we're practicing our boomerang throwing. Go, Rowan. Good job, Rowan. It's not as easy as you think. It's actually quite difficult and it needs lots of practice. Not really quite coming back. Not all the way. Comes back, but not all the way. Here, that was Namatjira throwing her boomerang. Looks fantastic. Oh! Go, Linda. Have another try. That was a backhanded throw. I've never seen a boomerang being thrown backhanded. Rightio. Michael in the bottom right hand side of the screen. Boomerang throwing 101. And that's very good. That came back very well. That is boomerang throwing ability, which is actually pretty good. So I think Michael's got about 10% Aboriginal in him, and he's trying to develop it a little bit further. Whoa! Brilliant! Woohoo! Alright, I think it might be official that Michael's 90% Aboriginal. Walking up the trail at Hanging Rock. Looking for Miranda, that's right. Listening to the beautiful birds tweeting. What do you think of the view, Rodney?
Take a photo.
Take a photo. We're at the summit of Hanging Rock. And we'll try and give you a bit of the view. It's absolutely gorgeous. Can't give you a 360-degree view because there's rocks behind me. There's not really a summit per se, you just wander around in between all the rocks. But it's absolutely beautiful up here. And I'll show you some more footage around the other side. View through there, we're covered by trees, which is beautiful. Horses down there in the paddock. Some paths down that way. There's paths all over the place. You can climb through the rocks. Which way are we going to go, Michael? Okay. We're amongst other groups up. Here's some more footage. So this is eastbound because the sun's still coming up.
I need to quit some work quick. It's really burning too much.
These beautiful trees through the rocks. That's some of the descending that we're going to be doing. Rodney and Michael. Here's our path and our beautiful view. Here's Jackie feeding the Rosella. He's got his paw in the air, feeding himself. Munching away. Oh, how gorgeous is that? All within a metre of our picnic table. Here's Jackie feeding the Rosella. He's got his paw in the air, feeding himself. Munching away. Oh, how gorgeous is that? All within a metre of our picnic table. Here we are at the Macedon Ranges at the Major Mitchell lookout. And there's probably a 90-degree sweeping view of the Macedon Ranges and beyond. And have a look at the ugly mugs we got here. Who are these people? Oh, whoops, they're ours. Hello. You having a good holiday, Linda?
Yes.
Are you going to travel again with Ozmates?
Yes.
What's been the highlight for you of this trip? What have you?
Pool.
The swimming in the pool at the motel. What about you, Rowan? What have you enjoyed the most about this holiday?
Swimming pool.
Swimming pool. Do you like some of the other things that we did?
Yeah.
Yeah, the train and the tram.
Yep.
Woo!
He's a great
And Rodney? Tell us what you've enjoyed the most about this holiday.
Great swimmer.
Do you like the train?
The train.
Woo! And the tram
Our tram.
in Bendigo.
Bendigo.
Did Michael take really good care of you? He's a good man, isn't he, Michael? Hey? We're going to go and have a look at the view. You're going to travel with Ozmates again? Yeah. Good man. It's all our Ozmates, guys, all walking down the path towards the memorial cross at Mount Macedon. And it's pretty high, isn't it, Rowan? It's pretty big. The gardens on either side of the walk are beautiful. It smells beautiful and fresh and green. Fragrances of mint and gumtree, eucalyptus. And this is a memorial built.
The other one actually became unsafe and was demolished and replaced.
And what's the memorial for? You can tell the camera.
From Mr. William Cameron to the people of Victoria. He lived at Cameron Lodge on Mount Macedon to commemorate the heroic deeds of all the Australian veterans of the Great War of 1914-18.
Beautiful. The elements of nature took their toll on the original cross, which deteriorated to the extent that it became unsafe. It was demolished and replaced by a matching cross in precast concrete in 1995. This plaque is placed to perpetuate the expression of gratitude of the Victorian people to Mr. William Cameron. Standing in front of the memorial cross, so you can't see it, it's behind me, but you can probably get a 180 sweeping degree view. Melbourne to the left of camera. And around, and probably on the other side of this is where we were at Hanging Rock. What have we got on here, Joe?
Swan Hill, Mount Alexander, Faraday, Kyneton, Castlemaine, Malmesbury, Lauriston, Cairncurran, Woodend, Maryborough, Adelaide, Tullaroop, Horsham, Avoca, Stawell, Perth, Grampians, Dalesford, Ararat, Mount Gambier, Blue Mountains, Hamilton, Ballarat.
So how far is Melbourne? 100 and... 80 kilometres roughly.
60.
60, there you go, wasn't a bad guess. There you go. Oh, zoom out, zoom in. There we go.
One's 84 to Harcourt because they're missing out on so much. Well, there was a big...
What can you see on the dial, Rowan? Melbourne on there? You see Melbourne? Point to Melbourne on the dial for me. Which way's Melbourne? There you go, you found it. Good job. Linda, what can you see in the distance? Can you see Melbourne from there? Yeah? Can you see all the buildings?
Yep.
Rodney, what can you see?
Holiday.
Yeah?
Hey.
Do you like the food?
Like the food. Hey.
Do you like riding on the tram and the train?
Riding on the tram. Right on the tram. Hey.
And swimming? Did you like swimming in the pool?
Swimming. Hey.
And the spa?
Spark.
What else have we done?
Day.
We didn't see any animals on this trip. I thought we might see the odd koala or kangaroo. We didn't see any.
Koala. Hey, right there, hey.
Do you like riding in the coach?
Coach.
Coach good fun? Yeah.
We're going
Like
for
going on the
walk.
tram.
We're going
I enjoy going out for dinner.
We're going
Each
for walk,
night.
mate.
What else?
We're
I
going
like
for walk.
I like
Going
swimming.
for walk.
Linda, tell me about your Ozmates holiday.
Well, I enjoyed it.
That's good.
I enjoyed going in the new coach.
Yeah.
I've never been in a new coach before and I enjoyed it.
That's good. And did you like riding on the train
Yes,
and the tram?
Yes, I did.
And whereabouts you and your brother helps you choose holidays.
Yes,
Where do you think you might like to go next time?
Sydney.
Sydney, good choice. You've been to Queensland and you've been to some of the music festivals. You've been
Yes.
to Tamworth,
Yes, I have.
yeah? And next time maybe I'll see you in Sydney.
Yes.
Thanks for travelling with us. It's been fun having you on board and I look forward to seeing you again.